Okay, let's talk stamp game. So stamp game is part of our decimal system work. So they've already worked with the golden beads and they're ready to start doing some of that work more independently. So you'll get a piece of paper. It might look like this. It might just be just one on a paper. And I like this one because it's color coded to what the numbers are. So you have ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So like I said, they've already worked with the golden beads. They know the unit, the 10 bar, the 100 square, and the 1,000 cube. This is the first time that they're using it as stamps, so it's becoming less concrete. It's a little more abstract. And so they're color coded. All of the work in this going forward is color coded that the units are green, tens are blue, and hundreds are red. So what you can do is write a number for your child. So when you first start out, what's called static is obviously the easiest because they don't have to carry. So static just means like you're not going to have to carry over to the next category. So you wouldn't do 6 plus 5. You would want to do like 3 plus 3 so that they can not have to go into the next category. So when you're first starting, write some numbers like 3,231 plus 5,120, whatever, you get the idea. You want to have like a small number, keep the numbers under 5 so that they don't go over. And then they're going to build the numbers. So I'm just going to do it. Okay, so say I do 3,517 plus 2,152. Okay, so I'm going to write that like that. Then I'm going to start building the numbers. So I like to put my pencil over the bottom number just because visually I think it's easier. Some kids, it doesn't bother them at all. You can just do whatever works for you. So we always start with the units. So we're going to start with the 7. So they're going to count out 7 units. And so I'm going to put it this way so you can see. You're going to build it down from the box. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to do the same thing for a 10, 110. And it's good to say 110. 500s, 100, 200s, 300s. They're used to doing this with the golden beads. 300s, 400s, 500s, and 3,000s. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, so we're going to verify, which means we're going to check our work. We had 7 units, 110, 500s, 3,000s. I would actually have them count that out. And then we're going to leave a space before we do our second number. So I'll do 2 units, 5 tens, 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 100, and 2,000s. Okay, and then I want to verify again. So we always want to verify our work before we start combining it because we all know that you can get it all messed up if you don't have what your paper says. So I'm going to verify, yes I do. And then now to do the addition part, we're going to combine them and add them together. So we're going to put them all together. And now I'm going to count to find out my total. So what I show is to pull down. That becomes very helpful when they do start doing it dynamic so that they have to carry over to the next category. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 9 units. So under that unit column, I'm going to write 9 tens, 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens. I'm going to write 6 in my tens column. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 600s in my 100 column. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. 5,000. So we found out that 3,517 plus 2,152 equals 5,669. So let's just pretend like I did put a number that needed to carry. So say I had 2 more of these units. Okay. So then when I'm counting, when we're doing the golden beads, what we get used to doing is when we get to the number 10, we say stop instead of stop. So you go stop. And that means that you're going to switch to the next category. So I'm going to count this, pretend like we just added it up, and now I'm counting to find my total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. So 10 units is the same as 1 10. So I'm going to put this 10 here to remember that I have it, and then I'm going to slide this off of my table. So I usually put my hand down and I slide them in. So I'm going to exchange this 10, those 10 units, for 1 10. And then I'm going to add it to this category. So now my total is 1. So I would write 1, and then we would move over. So that's why we always start with units, because we don't know what we're going to have in our other categories until we've added all of the category below it. So it would be the same thing. If you had 10, you would stop at 10, exchange it for 100, so on and so forth. So if you want to just start with static, which means that they're not going to carry, that's the easiest thing to do. And then when they're ready to do dynamic, that's how they would carry it. And then, but at that point, they can just write their own numbers. So when you're introducing it, you can just write the numbers for them to make sure that they don't have to carry. But then once they've learned how to do the carrying and exchanging, then they can write their own numbers and do the whole thing independently. Okay, so that's called the stamp game.